Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. General message, of course, I don't know if you caught the last reading or not. This message is directly related to the last one I just posted though. Normally I wouldn't do a back-to-back like that, but this is interesting because in the last message, it was more from the perspective, I would say of the feminine energy, and this is more of the masculine, okay? You both could watch this channel, I don't know, but I found that to be interesting, so let's go. Butterflies could be very significant. Yellow butterflies specifically, but this feeling complete, this happiness, this devotion, this is something that this masculine has been working on, okay? This is something that you have been working on, masculine. Put yourself where you belong, okay? Masculine energy is just the energy that is taking action right now, okay? The last message was, I say feminine energy because the energy was standing strong in your position, not getting off your throne, okay? Being receptive to what comes towards you. This is the energy that is coming towards, okay? This is the energy in motion. And really what I'm getting here is this person, you've been doing a lot, okay? You've been doing a lot. You also see that the feminine energy is also doing a lot, just not in your direction. And the feminine energy is very happy, is very content. This is happening now, okay? This approaching, awaiting text message, this could be both of you, While you could be waiting for this person to reach out to you, this feminine is also waiting for you to reach out to them. Please watch the last message, okay, if you have not, and this resonates with you, okay? So you being this masculine energy, you being in this active energy, okay, maybe you are struggling on how to reach out to this person, okay? Surely you are not expecting this divine feminine energy to pursue you, okay? You're in this doing a lot energy here. So you might be struggling on how to reach out. Immaturity, innocence. Okay, yeah, so you're struggling with how to bring up, what happened between the two of you. Okay? And your feminine energy understands. Okay? Your feminine energy can see. She saw it before, right? Like, she saw the game, she saw you know what I'm saying? And she's forgiven you. Now, this doesn't mean you can completely dodge this, you can completely avoid this, but what this is really showing is just, having the courage to apologize. Having the courage to own up and take accountability for where you did go wrong. Okay? The things you are genuinely sorry for. And the things that you are genuinely sorry for are the things that you no longer continue to do. Sorry without changed behavior is manipulation. Alright? And I know that you don't want this person to Okay. It's a lot. I get it. It's a lot. Divine masculine, it's a lot. And you do feel really bad on the inside. You do. And you have a horrible way of showing it, to be honest. You really do. Okay? You got a bad track record, I'm sorry. But your feminine, okay, can see past it. Your feminine can see the bigger picture. All right? That energy that you're feeling, that fear, it's really fear that you're feeling to approach her, him or her, whatever, to approach, it's there blocking you. It's blocking you. Because your feminine is also thinking about you. Your feminine desires you. They look forward to good times, or wanting to experience good times, or looking back at good times that you two have had. Looking at your photos, thinking about you. This person is longing for you. But this person knows their worth. So don't think for a second this person is going to be chasing after you. No, honey, that's your job. And I don't mean like chasing after, like in a toxic way. But approaching in a healthy way is what I mean by chasing. Okay? You're not running away from your fears. You're not running away from feeling love. You're not running away. You're not chasing things that fill a void temporarily within you. You're not chasing things that numb you out for a little bit. All right? You're being more healthy in the way that you approach. You know, you are somebody that could have very lustful ways. You know, you just want everybody. And if that is the mentality that you choose to keep, okay, then that feminine energy is not ever going to align with you. And you know this. You know this. So you're trying to change. You're trying to tame, you know, the beast within, okay? But I get that you do have a little bit of confusion because you have such a desire for this feminine. You have such a desire that you feel as though maybe that is all it is lust. And you're finding out that it's not. You know, you're finding out through this separation, through this no contact with each other, this longing that you still have, these feelings that you still have. That's not lust, that's love. And you're understanding that. So you've been out here doing a lot and keeping busy and everything, and your feminine also has been. You know, your feminine has also been out here and trying to have fun and trying to laugh and enjoy the good times, okay? Even if they're by themselves. And you're going to spirit because you're trying to find guidance on how to move forward, how to take action. Because deep inside of your heart, this feminine brings you peace, brings you love, brings you comfort. And you want long-term commitment with this person. You want to surprise this person with union, with commitment. We have reconciliation here, okay? You know, you're asking for advice on how to do that. And one of the ways you do that is to be honest, you know, and secrets. You know, hiding the truth, being judged, exposure, you know, being honest. Exposing your secrets to this person. And you might be afraid of judgment, but you need to keep in mind your feminine knows and understands on a higher level than what you're giving them credit for. Okay? Your feminine understands that fear is blocking you. You know, if you fear their judgment, this person is not going to like harshly judge you like that. You know, this person has already forgiven you for the childish things that you've done. You know, this person, it's the fear, okay? The fear. And there's going to be the closest feeling and words I can put together is this leap of faith. You know, when you overcome fear, you're taking a leap of faith, okay? And that's what this is going to require, is for you to take a leap of faith. You know, this is all happening now. And you could have an obsession with this person. You know, this person is still holding on to you. This person still desires you, okay? I mean, so this person triggering you, is this person triggering you? Or is this past? I need, this, okay, no, okay. With this trigger and communication, I'm getting that this is the other party. Whether this is on your end, or if this is on the other person's end, or if it's on both. Again, okay? You two have been triggered. Alright? And it all has to do with relationships. With being together. Okay? Whether this was you being triggered by your past spouse in some way that really changed the way that you viewed things, or if it was the other part, you know, your feminine energy here that was triggered, that really gave them perspective, you know. Either way, the way that this is coming across is that if you two have triggered each other in any kind of way, there is a forgiveness there and a sense of appreciation, okay? And if you have been triggered by somebody else, it has been confirmation on the way you feel about this other person. And this is on both ends, okay? This is a mirroring. All right, if this resonates with you at all, please watch the last message, okay? You both want to be with each other, but you both had to work on things independently. You both had to work on not being codependent, okay? Not making a fool out of yourself, all right? I know you... I mean, you do feel ashamed. You did some fucked up shit, alright? You did some fucked up shit. But your feminine forgives you. Whatever the circumstances were, okay? Whatever it was, this has been orchestrated exactly the way it was meant to be. Alright? Let's pull some tarot. Let's see. Spirit, please help this person with the actions required, because they're looking for the key, you know. You know you broke this feminine's heart. You know you were being childish. You know you were playing with this person's heart. And going back to the past. Okay? And all while you went back to the past, you kept thinking about your feminine. You kept having urges and desires, and the reason is because this is your divine feminine. This is your partner. This is your perfect match. You are drawn to each other. As you progress, as you work on this inner healing, you two are moving closer and closer to each other in the physical form. You know, and it all starts with you being honest to her or him. It all starts with you being honest. Again, butterflies could be significant. You know, lighthouses could be significant, but you have to be honest. And you've been given clarity. All right? You have clarity. You understand that, you know, you two have to have a balance. You know, there was an imbalance between the two of you. You know, you two have to come back into balance with one another to rebuild this, and that's going to take time. But you're going to have to pour into each other. You know, there's no juggling, okay? There's a balancing. Pouring into each other, equal give and take, being receptive, you know. And this is something that you've been wanting for a long time. If you tried to do any magic on this person, you need to tell them and be honest. Okay? Just be honest about it. All right? And if that's not the case, if you've just been trying to manifest this person, to manifest this situation, you know, you're going to have to tell your feminine this. You're going to have to be honest about how you have been feeling this whole time. This Page of Cups energy, you know, you're going to have to be honest about it. Yes, in the past your love was very immature. Okay? That could have been a trigger to you. Alright? But I also see that the both of you have learned a lot. Have learned a lot. And you're really both... You're both being aligned. Okay? You've done the work. You've been doing the work. You're still doing the work. Okay? And you need to be patient. You have this urgency inside of you. You know, like, you have this urgency inside of you. Maybe you feel like you need to come in and protect this person. Protect what you want. Protect what your heart desires. Okay? And everything is going to happen in divine timing. Alright? Spirit, what else other than honesty? Because, you know, the biggest thing here, the biggest key, the biggest step that Spirit has told you here, which I'll say it again, you know, just is to have the leap of faith, to get past the fear of the judgment from this person. Okay? This person has forgiven you about a lot of things. Now, this doesn't mean you can't dodge it. You can't just not bring it up. Like, no, you need to be honest and open and truthful about everything. And the reason why you're not is because you're scared. And you're afraid of being judged by this person. You're afraid of being exposed. But this is your divine counterpart, okay? And your divine counterpart understands you deeper than you think they do. You're not giving this person as much credit as you should. Okay? This person understands and has more clarity than you think about the childish things you've done. Your divine feminine is highly intuitive. Okay? So you have to get past that fear. And when you get past that fear, when you're ready to reach out, you have to be open. You have to be completely honest. Completely honest. Stand in the truth. Okay? Stand in the truth about how you've been overcoming all of these temptations and childish ways of thinking, and you're gonna have to, after that, show this person. Okay? You're gonna have to show your feminine. So the first step is getting past the fear and reaching out. Then being honest, being open. Okay? I think you're judging yourself probably harder than your feminine even is. All right? Your feminine is strategic. This person is smart. This person, they have a higher understanding, okay? You know, this person had a higher understanding of closing out certain cycles, of ending certain things, so new things could happen. So a new union for a reconciliation to happen. You couldn't juggle, okay? You had to end things and make a decision for a union to happen. Okay? You know what to do. You know, once you're honest, once you're open, then you're going to have to follow through with the things that you say. You know, have your actions back up your words. You know, if you say that you really want to come together with this person and collaborate and create with this person, then you're going to show this person, okay? Your feminine is not going to shut you out. Your feminine is waiting for you. And this feminine is just chilling, watching TV, you know. This feminine is waiting to watch TV with you. Okay? The moment. Your feminine is waiting for the moment for you to reach out. All right? There is a lot of love here. And this is divinely guided. Divine timing is at play through this entire thing. You know, and if your feminine really does bring you this peace and bring you this love, and you want commitment with this person, you cannot allow outside drama and deceit, you know, to stop this and to prevent this for you. You know, you got all of these shadows behind you, and you see all these pieces, all right? And you feel like this person is your missing piece, and this person feels like you are their missing piece. You know, and the lies, the deceit, you know, all of that, you're going to have to just be honest about it. Just be honest about it. You know, be honest about this past energy that you were in. You know, be honest that you do have this passion. And that you were just wearing a mask. You were just hiding in the shadows. That you were pretending to be somebody you weren't. You know, and you might feel humiliated. You might feel some way, you know, and that's also causing you to have that fear to not reach out to this person. And this is your own judgment, you know. That's your own judgment. That's your fear, okay? That's not coming from your feminine. Your feminine is waiting for you to reach out and be honest, okay? Your feminine here kind of sees the bigger picture. And I'm not saying that your feminine is just going to welcome you in with open arms. No, there's some history here. Okay, it's going to start with you overcoming your fears. You know, you've been working on yourself, and that is the reason why, you know, this can come to, look at this. The Nine of Pentacles, the Four of Swords, and the Strength. You know, this is both of you. You're both in very independent energy. You've both been trying to recover and stand in your own strength, you know? And when you go towards your feminine, when you reach out, your feminine will have some hesitation. You're going to have to take this slow, because you're going to have to show this person what you say is true. You know, this Queen of Wands, you're going to have to show her. Don't be afraid. Reach out in full honesty, and then back that up with your actions. That is what it takes. The High Priestess, that is what it takes. Those are the steps. That is what you need to do, okay? And it's scary. It's scary, you know? 5 of Cups. You don't want to feel rejected. But you almost already do feel rejected, because you're stopping yourself from going towards this, you know? And you're taking the wheel back. That's clear. You know, you're taking the wheel back. You just don't know how to do it. Is there anything else? Because these are the steps. This is what needs to happen. All right, so let's pull a final message. You know, I feel like this is very clear. And it's hard. It's not easy. But you need to have faith, and you need to trust the process. Everything has been unfolding exactly the way it was meant to. You two are being aligned with each other. All right, so final message, you know, the magic of letting go, people pleasing. Prioritize your own needs by learning to say no and setting boundaries. That has been a big thing for both of you, okay? Not people pleasing, being your authentic self. All right, you're going to have to show this person that you're not trying to manipulate them, that you're not trying to just people please, and you're going to have to show this person who you are. Okay? Let go of fear. False evidence appearing real. It is not real. It is an illusion. Let go of that illusion and reach out. And then be authentic and be honest. And when that fear comes back, let go of it again and be honest about how you truly feel and what your heart really desires and the things that you have done and the secrets you've been keeping. Be honest about it all. And then show your divine feminine that you mean what you say through showing up and being devoted to this person, being committed to this person, being consistent, making time for this person, prioritizing this person in your life. Show your feminine that this is where you want them. You want them to be a part of your life, right? You're going to have to show them that. Show them who you really are. Show them how you really feel. Be completely authentic. Because you two are being aligned for each other, okay? There's a lot that you two might not know about each other. And you two might think that there are major differences, but there could also be major similarities, okay? There could be major complements. You know, you're both going on the right path, okay? Trust the process, trust in divine timing, and just keep pushing forward, keep going forward, okay? Keep seeking out guidance, right? I hope this message helped, and until next time, bye.